Hello, my name is Sam Scott. I'm from the Phoenix Foundation, and I am here today to talk to you about my new cult, which I'm trying to be the religious leader of, which is called Guide. And we will guide you, me and the other 5 gentlemen in the band, we will guide you to give up your dreams. So, welcome. Everyone else in your life is a suppressive person. You must only listen to us, for we have the truth and we will show you the way to the light. We called it Give Up Your Dreams because I think that's what James Milne said to me when we were on tour together in England, and Luke was really worried about how things were going with Fandango, our last album, in terms of radio and all this sort of quite specific stuff. And James was just sort of like, oh, just give up your dreams, guys. I've given up my dreams and, I'm much happier now. Which he's later said to me is just a complete lie, and that he, like all musicians, still hopes to one day be famous and that sort of thing. But it resonated with me, the idea that at this point, where we've actually been making music for this long, we should be looking at it from a perspective of how can I enjoy this and how can we make it sustainable and how can we make it something that I just want to keep on doing, as opposed to making it something stressful where I'm always worried about the next tier of success as opposed to enjoying where we're at right now. It's about balancing the desire to make something really good with the reality that it might not break through to this huge audience and make you heaps of money, so you have to kind of not let that destroy you on the inside so that you want to make another one, because there will be plenty of people who, if you do make something good, there'll be plenty of people who do enjoy it, and you've got to just do it for those people. So, we've got a pretty loyal fan base, and, we've got loyal fans in various parts of the world, and I want to keep making music for them. So for us, we just need to, keep coming up with ways to kind of make stuff happen and keep being musicians, I guess. And that was the challenge we were faced after Fandango. We've all got kids and things like that, so it was about, how do we keep doing this? How do we make the records we want to make and not go bankrupt and not go insane? And Give Up Your Dreams was our philosophy for the next stage. And you still, wait for the reviews to come in and go, oh, it's a good review, but they said this one thing, and I don't like what they said about this one song. And, you still care deeply about how everything goes. And, like we were getting, Neil Finn did a remix of the song Give Up Your Dreams, and it got played on Lauren Laverne's show on BBC Six the other day, and that's always really exciting because that's a radio show that I really like, on a radio station I really like. So, we still love those things when they happen. I mean, I love the fact that Neil Finn has done a Phoenix Foundation remix. That's insane. That's like, so I don't want to, and that's, I guess one thing is I want to really enjoy that and not stress about whether or not we're getting radio play or something. Just enjoy the fact that someone who's as, talented and respected as Neil actually wants to put his time into sitting there at a computer and chopping up our song and rearranging it and making it something new. Like, that's amazing. Well, I don't know. I don't know that many young musicians. I mean, I feel like the young bands I know are maybe like Dopra, Montalius. There's a couple of bands I know, but both of those bands, the members are really focused on making art, and they've got the same attitude that I feel like the Phoenix Foundation has always had, which is that we've just got to make whatever style of music we're doing, we've just got to make the best version of that, and not really worry about whether that's like the trendy thing or whether that's going to break through. So I don't know, my experience of young bands is that I know 2 young bands and they're both really cool. I mean, I guess that young New Zealand musicians can look at someone like Lord though and go, you could break through and you could be huge, but the reality is that there'll never be another success like Lord out of this country, surely, ever. Maybe one day, but that's such an anomaly of sort of talent and management and timing and everything all coming together in this kind of magic formula. So I don't know. I think if I was like 18 and starting a band, I'd feel pretty conscious of the kind of collapse of the retail market and all those things, and so I wouldn't be thinking man, I can't wait to get a record deal with a huge record company and have a $50,000 album budget and blah, blah, blah. Which, you know, those were things that could happen when I was that age. You know, there were record companies kind of hanging around and saying, oh, we'll give you this much money or that much money to make a record. And we were, you know, like we weren't, like, there wasn't this huge amount of potential around us. It's just that's what record companies did. If you were a good band that had a little audience, then they would come to you and say, hey, look, do you want to make a record? We'll send you into this studio and blah, blah, blah. But kind of our focus was always, we want to make our own records and license them to record companies, because we just always wanted to be completely in control. But I think now bands don't have to make that decision, because I think you're more likely to end up distributing your album through a major label or something, you know, if at all. Maybe you're just going to make a record and put it on SoundCloud and see what happens. And I think, I'm pretty sure young people know that better than someone like me. I think people of my generation are still trying to learn that everything's changed. And I think young musicians are probably way more aware that the industry is dead. But I don't know. Is it dead? Or is it actually doing okay? It's worrying if someone is making a lot of money and it's not filtering back to the artists, and the artists can't make records. But I don't actually know who's making money or where the money's going or how it's being distributed. It's not clear enough kind of how that all works yet. So I think at the moment there's a big battle going on between the different streaming services and publishers and performing rights associations. And I'm kind of I just want them to deal with it. I don't know. I want my music to be on every platform that exists, because I just want people to hear it. But I want those people who should be fighting for the rights of musicians, like APRA and Recorded Music New Zealand and New Zealand Music Commission and all their equivalents in every country. I do feel like they will be fighting for the musicians, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, I think Jeremy seemed pretty frustrated, and to be honest, that She So Rad album was really good, and I think heaps of people should buy it and should hear it, and he should make enough money off it to make another She So Rad album. So I can understand why he's frustrated, because he's made a great record, and you know, that single, is it Don't Let It Get You Down, or Don't Let It Bring You Down? Is that what it's called? That's what Angie's singing anyway in the chorus. It's just great, and it's just like, that should just be on commercial radio stations. That's just awesome. But you know, you need to have marketing plans and management and all this other horrible stuff to kind of make it more likely that those things will hit. But I don't know. I mean, I don't really have much to say about the She So Rad thing specifically. I just really like that record, and but you know, I've been listening to it on Spotify, so there you go.